1980 WCCF. This is Charlotte County Speaks, 6 minutes after the hour of 10 a.m. on this hump day, Wednesday, December 19th. Oh, have you got your Christmas shopping done yet? No? Well, me neither. Phone lines are open for you at 941-206-1580, toll free 888-441-1580. You can email us. The address is ccspeaks@live.com. Like our Charlotte County Speaks Facebook page and check us out streaming on the web at WCCFAM.com. Curmudgeon Wednesday, and we've got the newly created, tell us the name again so I can get it memorized.
Yeah, it's the Charlotte County Office of Film and Digital Media.
And you are the director, and you are?
My name is Jerry Jones.
All right, there you go. And we have a phone call. Oh, well, we did. So Dave, what else is on your mind?
Well, the one great truism of life, if you outlaw guns, only outlaws will have guns.
Okay.
Let me tell you, we're talking about films made in the various cities. I think I mentioned originally I was born and raised in Chicago. The classic movie Blues Brothers was filmed there. And there's a scene in that movie that, unless you're aware of it, well, I'll explain what happened. There was a chase scene down on Lower Wacker Drive. Now, Lower Wacker Drive in Chicago is kind of an underground, I'll call it an expressway. And it's relatively narrow. It's a two-lane road, relatively narrow, and it runs through, there's all kinds of pillars there supporting the street above it. Well, in that Blues Brothers movie, the scene was, the Blues Brothers, Belushi and Aykroyd were in this car, running at like 70 miles an hour through Lower Wacker Drive. Well, what in fact was happening, the camera truck was towing the car. Literally 70 miles an hour in Lower Wacker Drive. And I can't imagine that doing that without a truck or anything. It's just crazy. You know, you go 2 feet or 3 feet off to one side or the other and you're hitting a concrete column. Well, what happened during when that movie was being filmed, the car that was being towed blew out a tire. One of the front tires blew out. It scared the hell out of Belushi and Aykroyd, but they left that scene in the movie. You could actually see, and you could barely hear the tire pop, and you could see the look on the two actors' faces when that happened. You're not aware, unless you're aware of what happened, you don't see it. But now, anybody that watches that movie again, watch for that scene. You hear a slight pop, and you just see those two guys. Their faces just go white in the movie. Just wanted to pass that along, a little tidbit about the Blues Brothers. That's a crazy movie.
That was a great movie. You got Belushi and Aykroyd, man. They were kings.
Oh, yeah. Belushi was something else.
Yeah, too bad about
Samurai Taylor on Saturday Night Live.
That was great. With who was that?
What was Belushi that did?
Well, yeah, but who was the guy? Who was the guy that always played the best? He was always the guest. And
I don't remember.
Anyway,
I don't remember. Those were some.
Got an iPhone over there.
Those were some classic scenes. The other one is the Dead Parrot scene with John Cleese.
He's not dead. He's resting. Yeah. So yeah, movies part of all of our lives. You know, certain movies that we love to watch again and again. I've only got a few of those movies. Usually with me, I watch a movie, I can't go back and watch it again unless it's like The Big Lebowski.
Yeah, I understand.
Something like that.
My wife always had my case, because my favorite movie, I could watch it over and over and over again, was The Third Man. I thought that was one of the best movies ever made.
Being involved in movies and with the industry and trying to attract that, has the luster of the movies kind of gone away after being around productions and knowing how jaded some of these people could be?
Well, I think I started working in films over 40 years ago, and I worked for a production studio in Kansas City. And what I noticed right off was I've been in school and when I got to the studio, and you see how films are made, and each scene there's what they call a clapboard at the beginning, and you see the clapboard right in front of the camera, and then it gets pulled out of the way, and the scene starts, and at the end of the scene the clapboard comes back in upside down, and they end the scene. And it became difficult for me for a while to go watch movies because I knew whenever I saw whatever the movie might be, that before each scene there was this clapboard in there. There are probably 40 to 50 people standing just out behind the camera. You might just be seeing 2 people on screen. It looks very private and remote. And you know there's this whole army of people just standing on the other side of the camera. So for the first few months it kind of destroyed my belief in movies because I just couldn't suspend reality to buy into it. Finally got over that, so I can appreciate it now. But that was my first experience. And it was tough once you see how these things are made, and most people, they see something, they see it, they think it unfolds in real time. You just set up the camera. The movie lasts 2 hours. It's probably, they set up the camera for 2 hours, and there it goes. But it takes weeks and months to make these things, and very intricate to do all these little scenes that you see. So yeah, it's a different world once you get into the background of it.
Yeah. Hi, caller. You're on News Radio 1580. Morning. That is, there's the last gun show of the year at the fairgrounds, and but that's true. But don't worry, because even though this is the last gun show at the fairgrounds, Higher Power Outfitters, they're open all the time. Right down there in Punta Gorda. Proud sponsor of Charlotte County Speaks. Thanks to Ryan and everyone down there for hooking us up.
Good folks down there.
Yeah. All right. Thank you much.